What's going on, world? Welcome back to The Missing Piece. Answers for today's artists. Presented by KwaShonne Sound and powered by SMG, Sabotage Music Group. I am your knowledgeable host, KwaShonne, here to give you the game on the reason that you clicked on this episode. Of course, I'm joined here by, my big brother, the man with the vision, Mr. Was I on key himself. Why's how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm in the background chilling.
Background. That's my brother, y'all. He's the reason that this podcast looks so beautiful. And that boy can sing. But anyway, man, welcome back, y'all. I hope y'all having a good whatever day this is. This is in the future, so I can't call it right now. But very beautiful episode that you guys clicked on. I know this is going to be a real big one, a real special one. And it's special because I have a very, very special guest joining us today to help me with this beautiful topic that we're going to be talking about. So as I introduce him, let me, I got to pull out my little notes because I want to introduce him the right way. Joining us today, y'all, is a phenomenal vocalist, singer-songwriter, harmony hero, polyglot penman, Grammy U member, father, a lover, my brother, my friend, Jarard Kenneth. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm actually tired, bro. I came from the gym earlier. I was like, why did I do that?
Get them gains in. Get them gains in.
Well, honestly, man, it's just me just maintaining what I got, bro.
For sure.
That's it. Like I was in way better shape 20 years ago as a kid, like in my 20s. So I'm just trying to maintain what I got, bro.
Bro, it'd be like that. Once we get out of like college, once that's like kind of done and the routine kind of it's like, you're like, let me get back in the gym. Let me get back.
Let me just maintain.
Right.
Bro, I was starting to get a dad bod. And I was like,
let me run that back. Right? Let me run that. I gotta run that back. Hold on.
I cannot do that. Absolutely not.
It's funny because it wasn't intentional, y'all, I promise, because I ain't got no shirt on right now, and they may be thinking that I'm trying to flex and all that stuff or what under this jacket. But just being honest, I left my shirt at the house. As I was in here to get my outfits together and change into my outfits, I was like, oh, no shirt. And I was like, I was like, man, let me zip this thing all the way up. But for those who know production, these lights, it's hot. And Big Brother Wise was like, man, boy, if you don't show them games, hey, get sexy with it. Hey, get sexy with it. Hey, so you know what I'm saying? Hey, we know shirt shotty today. You know what I'm saying? We just
you know what I mean? Out. Like, look, especially in them lights, if you cooking, nah, bro, don't do that to yourself.
Bake 350.
You're doing the right thing.
They finna have a fried vampire by the end of this month. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's Lord, man. But anyway, man, I'm so thankful to have you on here, bro. When I was saying that the missing piece is gonna come to fruition, bro, I had to have you, bro. And I told you, I think I told you way earlier. I told you like way like the top of this year. I know you was like, bro, I'm ready. Just let me know when. And I'm like, I'm ready, but I had to get all the production and stuff together and get everything in line. But now we're here today, and today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be talking about how do I get my degree in music. And my brother, Jarard Kenneth he got them documents. He got them.
Oh man.
He got them documents. You know what I'm saying? So he can lead the way. But before we get into any of that stuff, bro, I just want to have a moment, bro, and just talk with you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
mean? Yeah, so, man. It's been a minute for real.
It's been like, do you? How are you? Hell, how are you?
I'm doing better.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I was. I just got divorced back in January. So this, I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail, but this is my second divorce. The first time I got married, I was 19.
I remember you told me that.
The second time, and then the second time I got married, I was like turning 37. All right, so I'm doing a lot better than what I thought, and that's pretty much it. Man, life shifted when I went back to Full Sail Forest. Like, it's this event called the Hall of Fame Week, and so basically what I told my homeboy, he said, what did you think? I said, it was everything that I didn't expect. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen when I got there. So my mind, like, I'm doing a lot better than what I actually thought I was going to be doing, just in general.
Yeah, for sure.
So that'll segue into school and stuff later on. Yeah. But that's pretty much it, man. Life is still lifing, but my mindset has just shifted in a more, I think in a more healthier, more optimistic for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In reference to like, I'm really optimistic for other people, but just for myself, it's like, nah, dog, everything is gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened so far. So that's where I'm at. I'm just in a different headspace, healthier headspace concerning myself, man.
That's what's up, bro.
But yeah,
I'm real happy to hear that. Next time, of course, you know, when we run it back, because I know this is gonna be a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I gotta have you on my other couch over here. You know what I'm saying? So you can be
I am gonna fly out there next. Next
you know,
time. I'm flying out there, bro.
Bet. It's gonna be a good time, and I can show you around the city and all that good stuff, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's good. Yeah. That's good. I'm glad you're doing better and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, cause you know, I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure you got a lot of good content for an album that's coming up, possibly. So, I mean,
I'm actually done. I'm done with my project. I'm done. So some stuff is part of it. Some stuff was already part of it because I was in the process of it.
Right.
The other thing is that I'm actually working on another book.
Ooh.
So yeah, I wrote a book back in 2018 called Why Love We're Created for Relationship. And technically it was like a journal. Nice. And then it turned into a book. So I started working on it while I was married. Like I was working on it in 2018, then I got remarried and I worked on it and then I just stopped. I'm not gonna go into detail. Stuff was just transpiring. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna stop writing this book. And so I still stopped. Like I haven't written anything yet. But like most of like that stuff from that previous marriage is gonna be a part of it as far as like additional things. Yeah, it's gonna be more so like additional things what I learned and what can I do to help other people. But the caveat to it, I'll say this publicly, is that I have to co-write it with somebody. I don't know who she is yet.
Okay. But we making space though. But we making space for it to come.
I'm making plenty of space for her to come.
Beautiful.
And shed some light because we need some healthiness, especially in the Black community. We need healthy relationships. Let's go ahead and move on real quick.
And just one more thing before we dive into this episode, y'all bear with us because I just wanted to make sure that you know, Anime Bay, you know that's my jam.
Yeah, bro, you got the beat. Do whatever you want with it, dog. I told you that.
For sure.
Do whatever you want.
But it's
with
not
it.
even that. I noticed because you remember, we have our playlist. Shameless plug. It's my podcast. I can do what I want, obviously.
Oh, I took it down and then I put it back up recently. Yeah, sorry, bro. I was trying to get a placement.
Got you.
And the guy was like, take it down, and then he was like, I don't know what to do with this. So I was like, I'm gonna put this back
up. Like, what do you mean? Okay, just make sure. So, because on Spotify, on Apple, it's fine.
But it's not on Spotify.
Okay, it's not. That's intentional.
That's intentional.
So, yes. Me and my brother Jarard, y'all have a playlist called Anime and Vibes. Anime and Vibes, and it's a playlist filled with dope, talented artists with anime-inspired hip-hop and R&B songs or whatnot. Y'all can check that out on Spotify and Apple Music. You can find it. Unfortunately, if you do go through Spotify, and this is not an Apple ad, y'all owe me some money. You won't be able to hear his lovely song, Anime Bay. But, go to YouTube. Anyway. All right, bro. So we jumping into it. And I have this as a note in here that we'll try to be efficient. Because when we start talking, 3 hours, 4 hours. But so we go try to be efficient or whatever, right? But just to give some context and background or whatever, because we've been talking and loving on each other, bro. Do you remember how we met?
Bro, I'm still trying to figure that out. We talked about that on my podcast, and I was like, I don't know. I know one of us added each other, and we just clicked like that. That's all I remember.
Me too. I think.
And I was just like,
was it TikTok?
I don't know. No. Ooh.
It may have been TikTok, right?
Was it TikTok?
Maybe
I thought it was IG first.
It may have been IG. I don't know. I do not know, bro. I do not know.
I don't remember, bro. But see, this is the thing. Like, what I noticed is that, like, the ones where you ask somebody, and it's like almost like this type of like kindred spirit type of thing. Yeah. Like this is family, this is cousin, this is my brother.
Yes.
Those type of, you know what I mean? Yeah. I like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm like, I don't remember. All I do know is that it was social media.
That's it. Me too. I can't remember.
We talked one good time and it was like, bro, you're dope. What's good? I don't know. What's good? Hey, I'm trying to do this. And that was it.
And we clicked.
That was literally it. Right. And we clicked, bro.
And it was a beautiful thing, bro. And you became my family member, my brother, like like instantly, bro. So so
Word,
that was dope or
word.
whatnot. And I
Likewise.
don't know how long it's been, like 2 years, three years of brotherhood now,
Woo!
4 years maybe,
Three, almost
three,
four,
almost 4
because
years of brotherhood.
it was right around the time I was still in school.
Yes.
So
Yep.
and I graduated in 2022. So about like 3 years, almost 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
bro.
And, we here
Yeah,
now. Look at us, and we had many
yeah.
accomplishments between the both of us. Some that we'll talk about soon. So, all right. So within that, it's like we're gonna actually get into the real first question of
Okay.
today and helping these people out. It's the one that I start
Yeah.
with all of my guests or whatnot because it kind of helps them chart their path. So like the question I got for you, brother, is how and where did you start your music career? Yeah, so take us back.
Shoot.
So yeah, so take us back. Like let the people know your credit days,
Okay.
nigga. Like let them know like you've been doing this. Let them
Okay.
know.
Well, shoot. I'm gonna be quick as I possibly can. You say efficient. So start singing at 4 years old. I started singing at 4 years old, right? I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 84. I'm 40 years old, right? I started songwriting technically around like 9. I liked this girl and I wrote a song about her, but that don't really count. I started doing poetry around like
No, it
13.
might count because that's how we
Nah,
start.
bro. That joint was corny, bro. It was. I'm not gonna say her name publicly, but her name was in the song, and it was kind of like "Be My Valentine" or something weird, something cheesy, bro. I was like, nah, bro. It was this. She was this pretty brown skinned girl, and I was like,
That'll
oh,
do it. That'll do it.
At 9, 10 years old, I was like enamored with this girl.
Mhm.
So I wrote a song about her. She didn't like me. Anyways, I started writing poetry at like 13. And so a homeboy of mine, I'll say his name publicly, his name is Dontre. So I've been knowing Dontre since I was in middle school at a public school. He looked at my poetry and just said, this could be a song. So then I started songwriting. So this same guy had a PlayStation video game called the MTV Music Generator, right? And that was for the PlayStation 1. He said, Jarard, you like computers, you a nerd. I can't figure this out. Maybe you can figure it out. And that was my like introduction to music production in the year 2000. So I'm about like 15, 16. I leave for the military. I'm in South Korea. I get introduced to FL Studio or Fruity Loop, right? It was still called Fruity Loop then.
Good old
This
Fruity
dude was
Loops.
doing like he was doing EDM. I'll say his name publicly too. He's Vance Lawrence. He's
Shout out to Vance.
He's a producer and he's a DJ out in Houston. I think he's like Jamaican American. Real cool dude.
Wagwan, Bridgie.
So, yeah, maybe he'll catch it and be like, Wagwan, right? Say it right back. But so he's the one that just introduced me to it. But I was like, bro, I make R&B. I'm not trying to do EDM. He's like, you'll figure it out. I've been using.
You'll figure it.
He was just like, stick with it.
Swim.
He was just like, stick with it.
Yeah.
But that's what happened. And I've been using FL Studio since 2003. So basically, I've been trying to figure things out as far as DAWs, different DAWs. I use Cool Edit Pro, turned into Adobe Audition, and then Reaper. And then eventually, I decided to go. And then I decided to go to school in 2022. So here's another thing real quick. I used to I speak Spanish. And so I wanted to meet other Spanish speakers. I live in Texas, but people see me, they don't think, oh, he speaks Spanish. So I'm like, I'm just going to meet more people online and stuff like that. That's the type of person I am. So I met this chick and we ended up being in a long distance relationship. She's Chinese and Peruvian.
Nice.
But she was a classically trained like flutist or something like that.
I can see that. And that's one hell of a combination. I just want to, I real quick, everybody, I just want to make that like that was one hell of a combination. Chinese and Peruvian? Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Bro, she looked more Chinese than she did like what you would think a typical like Latina person or Hispanic. She looked more Chinese, right? But real cool, sweetheart. Just stuff didn't work out. But she's the one that was like, you really love music. Why don't you go to school for it? This is like 2016. And I was just like, but she was saying like, why don't you teach it? And I was like, I already work for a school. These kids get on my nerves. They're not gonna like drain me of my
love and passion for music.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely. Little niggas. Bro, I had to resign because some kids wanted to fight me. I was like, look at me. Oh, bro, I was like, I'm not gonna lose my job and go to jail for whooping your child's tail.
Because you need
Y'all must not know. And yeah, listen, somebody got to. So, but in any case, I resigned. But then fast forward, I moved to San Antonio. And while I was dating my ex-wife, I decided to go back to school. So this is in 2020. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get a degree in something that I already really love to do. I'm passionate about it. And then I'm going to learn some more things. And then I decided to go to Full Sail. I was trying to go to Full Sail earlier, but I had to like take care of some stuff as far as like financial aid. So I had to like catch up on it a little bit and then be able to go. So
and that puts us
went
where we at
and
today.
that was that. Yeah,
Nice.
I went and
yeah,
that was pretty much it.
for sure. Okay, well, no, that's beautiful, bro. And I talk often about that. If I would have known the passion that I had back when I was at Morehouse and all this stuff, that's what I would have went for or whatnot and stuff like that. And I may even in the future sometimes, but I mean, right now, you know, school is not. Right now. But I'm definitely open to going back and getting, you know, my degree in music.
What would you in music or like in what particular? Because at Full Sail, there's a degree for like so many things.
Right, it breaks
so
it
you
down.
can go
right?
for music production. You can go for music production. You can go for audio production. You can go for like recording arts. You can go for like computer animation. You can go for entertainment business.
Right.
Like there's degrees. It's a lot of different degrees, bro.
And we'll talk about that to answer your question. I don't know. But I would just want something maybe, if not just the whole general umbrella of just having a bachelor's in arts, right? I don't know what the concentration would be. But just to say that, just to have it on the wall. But, you know, that's just later down as I accumulate more of these accomplishments that we already getting right. Whatnot. But I would say, too, that, like, that's even great. I know a lot of us out here, independent artists and stuff, you know, a lot of us have attended the University of YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's been one of, you know, the biggest ones that you know what I'm saying? Like, we've learned a lot from that or whatnot. So, you know, we're going to jump in, we're going to talk a little more about it and, you know, saying just compare it back and forth, because I do personally think that, and now with the introduction of AI, you know, that there's still benefits in going to just, you know, get it. Like, you can learn a lot, and you can learn everything online, but just being able to go through just a program and just say that I completed and mastered it, even because I already did a lot of the studying through YouTube and AI or whatever, and it helped me or whatever, just to be able to show my mastery. I think that's dope or whatnot. But moving into, like, you know what I'm saying, jumping a little deeper into your music career, your college days, and pursuing this degree, like, what point was it that you said that? I know you said it was like back in 22 when you first was going, when you enrolled. 2020 when you first enrolled, right?
Yeah.
Like, what was the point that, because like you said, you had a long like stint of doing music and being immersed in it and figuring out different DAWs and doing your own research. Like, what was that point that you was like, because like you said, our Chinese improving in love was like, you should go to school for way early. You was like, but what was it? What was like that catalyst that made you say,
So for me, I was still dating my ex-wife, and she's a nurse, and I was just sitting there. I was working at this job, and I was just doing like computer repair for some digital scanner for like samples for animals and blood. I was just like, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, let me go to school. That's pretty much it. I was just like, let me go to school and get my degree in something that I know that I'm already kind of like halfway good at.
Right.
So I can like legitify my passion. That's basically what it is. I wanted to legitify my passion with paperwork, with documents saying, hey, he loved it so much, he went to school for it. Because you know how it is with us. Like, matter of fact, and I'll be real quick, there's this guy, dang, he don't know me, but my homeboy might be like, what, you don't remember? I forgot his name, but he's the guy that did like sound design, I think some music for Call of Duty. He went to Full Sail.
Dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bro. I play Call of Duty like religiously.
Listen, my homeboy is friends with this guy, right? They're like really cool. They're older. They're almost like 50.
Yeah.
So he was just like, and he said it during the Hall of Fame this past year in March. He was like, he got a degree. He said people are still looking at me like, so when are you going to get a real job? It's like, nigga, he has a real job.
Oh my God. If I never hear those words again, it'll be too soon.
But here's the thing: my degree program is not an arts degree; it's a science degree.
Ooh, I like that. Bachelor of
It's a
Science.
science. No, yeah, but for real, even though it is an art form, we're dealing with numbers.
Yeah.
I'm an engineer.
Waves and frequencies. Like this is science.
Yes.
This is science.
This is science. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, so when they be like, yeah, a lot of us didn't. And a lot of other people don't. They just like, oh, it's just music. No, it's numbers. We might not look at it like that, but when I'm mixing, I'm like, okay, I'm mixing to this number. Now from an art perspective, how do I feel when I, you know what I'm saying, when I mix it? You know what I'm saying? I'm mixing the science with art because art is dealing with feeling. But if you know how, well, I'm not going to, let me not do that. I say it like this. We're created a certain way. I say it like this. The creator created us a certain way with science, but he is an artist as well. He's the most abstract scientist creator that you can. So why not? It's science. Everything that he created is literally science, numbers, physics, all this stuff, but it's beautiful.
It is.
When you see a bad chick, you don't think, man, I wonder what the creator was thinking when he formed this baddie, you know what I'm saying, with the thick thighs and the pretty eye. We're not thinking about science. We just like, oh my God.
Just enamored.
This woman.
Just enamored.
That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. But it's science, but it's still an art.
Right.
But yeah.
No, that's beautiful, bro. So and I wanted to take a step back to your introduction that I had gave you too, bro. So like if a lot of people caught that, one of his titles and introductions that I gave him was Polyglot Penman. And he kind of talked about it a little bit as well. And if y'all don't know, my brother is multilingual. Like he don't just speak English and like he said, Spanish. What else you got under your belt, bro?
So I'm slowly getting back to learning Japanese. At one point in life, I used to know Korean because I lived in Korea. So I used to know how to read and write Korean. I forgot it now. I don't remember. All I remember is Annyeonghaseyo and Chogosun no Shimnika. That means like, what is that over there? That's all.
Hey, that's a valuable phrase that you need if you over there. Like, hey man, what's that? Tell me something.
Adachi and Amma and Ne. And that's about it. And then while I was working at this company I was working for, it was a Chinese-based company. I was learning Mandarin, but then I quit. But I love languages. I understand some Portuguese because I speak Spanish. So I understand some. Like it just kind of like makes sense because it's a Latin vulgar language. For sure. But the real thing is just me getting back to Japanese. Japanese is one of the first languages I started learning when I was like 14 because of anime.
Right.
And I'm like 14, Dragon Ball Z. I started writing my own story, and I was like, well, I don't want to make an anime out of this. I'm like, I want to sell this idea to somebody over in Japan. How do I do that? Well, let me start learning the language. Nice. And then I got discouraged.
Well, see,
as a kid, and then
because that was one of my next questions. Well, not to cut you off, broski, but I was gonna ask, like,
no, you good.
These languages in college?
Like, no, I was a kid.
Tell me,
I was just a kid. So far as Japanese, I probably need to go to school to learn it because I was just learning stuff on my own. But as a kid, I was going to the library and getting on the internet. That's how old I am, y'all. I was going to the library.
Yeah, when you didn't have a computer in your house. Yeah, or on your phone when we had to have a library card and you in 30 minutes scan 30 minutes on the computer. Yeah, y'all went outside. I'm sorry.
Yeah. With the dial up,
they went outside.
Bro, looking at Dragon Ball Z.
You got mail, right?
Right.
Oh man.
So I started learning that way, but I did go to college for Korean. I took some college courses. I did pretty good, but then I came back. I ended up joining this church when I got stationed in Kentucky. And I got out the military, joined this church, and I never wanted to learn Spanish. Never. Like I graduated high school without learning a foreign language because that's mandatory.
Yeah.
For you to learn a foreign language in high school. I don't know how it happened, but I graduated without learning a foreign language. Yeah, bro. I was like, look, bet. So, but I actually wanted to learn French because I had a crush on this teacher.
I think everybody wanted to start with French. I think everybody wanted to learn bit of French, man.
The only reason why I wanted to learn French was literally because of the teacher. Because she was just so fun, yo. I was like, woo.
That'll do it.
She was a cold piece of work, boy. I'll tell you that. And she remembered me like after I graduated. I was like, oh, nah, I got to pull up on Miss Mel. but it never happened. I was like, oh, I was an adult now.
I'm an adult now. Yeah, I done graduated. Yeah, for sure.
Nah,
for sure.
so but I ended up joining this church, and it was a bilingual church. The pastor and his family, they're Puerto Rican, and his wife is Cuban. It was just like a multicultural church.
Mhm.
You got Latinos, Hispanics, Black Americans, white Americans. It was very like multicultural, multi-generational, really small church. I was on the praise and worship team. And so I can understand the phonetics. I just
Yeah.
didn't know what I was reading, right? I started trying to figure that out on my own. I remember this Dominican lady came to me and she told me in Spanish. I didn't know what she was saying. This is like almost 20 years ago. I didn't know what she was saying. And she said, "You need to go to school." Yes, ma'am. So I took some college courses for Spanish, and then I just took it and ran with it.
Nice.
And that's one of my main languages that I'm gonna like always speak. Like I don't want to lose it. So even when like I'm going back to learning Japanese, I don't even translate it to English. I
You
translate it to Spanish, so
first?
I don't forget it, because I don't want to forget it. So that's what I'm at. But I need to actually probably take some college courses for Japanese, because it's like we watch anime. I watch it in subs, so like it's certain things like I kind of like little stuff that they say. Yeah,
no,
but it's like yeah, bro. So that's where I'm at, man. I love languages. I'm a cultural lover, and that's about it, bro.
No, that's love.
That's all I got.
That's dope. I definitely want to ask that. I actually asked that question just so you can flex a little bit and shine. Because, you know what I'm saying?
You want, what you want me to say? What am I going to say? Yoroshiku onegashimasu. Like, that's all I got for you, bro.
That's all right. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's all right, because you're going to get it in there. We're going to be talking that talk or whatnot. And our music has it in there. So if y'all want to go hear a little bit of it, man, go listen to the music, man. But no, that's really, really dope, bro. So, like, I guess, you know, helping them and just trying to give them a little more a path or whatnot as they're, you know, these people that are watching that wants to, you know, pursue their degree. Like, what was that process of getting your degree? Like, when you got it, like, from the start of you know, enrolling and then taking those steps throughout your matriculation, bro, to walk that stage, man.
So, I mean, with Full Sail, enrollment was easy.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? It's really easy. They'll ask you questions. They'll like, hey,
either though, but hey, Full Sail, if y'all want to partner with a young brother that, you know, has a lot going on out here trying to help, hey, hit us up.
Shout out to Mr. Gary Jones.
Oh, you got an alum here, y'all. So I mean, come on, like, let's make this happen.
Yeah, yo. I say like this. I saw your pod, man. If you were able to get a bill passed, a policy passed as a kid, bro, go ahead and hit up Full Sail and see what you can shake, what you can make shake.
Let's do it.
For real. So, and shout out to our president, Gary Jones, man. The dude, he started this school back in the 70s out of like a mystery van. Like the back of a van, teaching people audio. Yeah, no, for real. That's nice. And they were just, and I know them people back in the day, back then, was just looking at them crazy, like, you want to teach people audio production in a van? But now, you know what I'm saying, by the time the 80s and 90s hit, he ended up building a school out of a mall in Orlando, Florida, in Winter Park. So, anyways, I digress. Enrollment is fairly easy. Even if you it's actually probably easier if you just get out of high school.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can get like different like scholarships and stuff like that.
Grants and stuff like that, right?
At grants, and it's easy. So like it ain't gonna really hit you over the head as bad. With me, I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail about my personal life, but basically I couldn't use my GI Bill. I don't have it. I have a general under honorable discharge.
Right.
Yeah, it's a long story. I don't feel like talking about it.
For sure.
I have a general under honorable discharge, but so I still don't have access to the GI Bill. So I had to get FAFSA. So they're just like, well, you went to school already, you went to college before, we're gonna use some of your college courses, college classes to take care of da. And then they gave me some scholarships to like, you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, to like ease that. Oh, sorry, what I that's another story. I had got this.
Built different. Yeah, we gonna talk about it.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
So, but so basically that was pretty much it. Enrollment is fairly easy. Your liaisons, they're gonna get you together. Administration, they're really good, I think, at getting these people together. You know what I mean? As far as like the students, like if you're interested, they're gonna say, why are you interested? What do you want to do? They want to make sure they steer you correctly. It's more like, are you sure you want to do this? Why? Because we don't want you, it's not really wasting their time. They're more like, we don't want you to waste your time. Right? Because initially I was going to go for music production, and then I changed it to audio production. And they said, why? I was like, I've been making music since I was 15. I kind of got the gist. And I was like, if it's music theory, I'm just going to ask my friends or take notes. I was like, I want to do audio production. So audio production encompasses like 3 different degree programs. You got recording arts, music production, and then audio production. So recording artists is like you want to be a little rock star, you learn the DAWs, you learn how to record. Music production is what you think it is. Music production, some music theory and stuff like that. And then audio production is stuff far as like mixing and engineering and stuff like that, doing any type of field work, ADR stuff, making sounds for video games, sound design for film and music, you know what I'm saying? And music, not music, games and like movies and films and commercials and TV shows. So my degree program is basically 3 degrees wrapped into one. And it's a it's a 4-year degree in 2 years. So it's like every month. Yeah. Every month is a brand new semester. And there's a couple instances you'll have 2 semesters in 1 month, 2 different classes in 1 month.
Right.
And you gotta do all the work. It's like every day or every other day you got work to do.
Right.
Because it's so fast paced, right? Some people fail. Actually, a lot of people fail out of that.
I believe it. Like if you gotta do 4 years and 2 years, like some people, then 4 years be enough. You know what I mean? So, but so now you fast tracking in a sense. But wow.
You fast tracking.
No, okay.
Yeah,
but that's good information, you know what I'm saying, for people, because like, that's stuff that they need to know, those that may not be knowing, looking in and trying to get into it. So that's great that, you know what I'm saying, they can look into that. And it's like you said, there's an array of things that they like under music that they can pursue or whatnot.
And you gotta love what you're doing. You gotta love to go to school for that thing. You already gotta have a passion for that particular thing. Because when you get all that work, I think that was the thing that was easier for me, is because I already had a love and a passion for it.
Right.
So I was just like, it was easy for me to be locked in and do what I need to do.
I feel the same way about me whenever I do choose to, like with having gained all this information and knowledge on the outside and stuff that we're doing, I definitely feel like once I do decide, I feel it'll be the same way for me too. It's like, I love it. I love it so much, and I've done so much in it, and I have knowledge of it from just hard, the world.
See,
that
the other thing is that because you went to Morehouse, there's some classes you ain't gonna have to take. So you're gonna end up graduating faster than other people.
Thank God.
You see what I'm saying? So
thank God.
You good. At least your core classes, you ain't got to take those.
Oh yeah, no, we not.
And it might be like some other classes that you like, absolutely not, bro. Sure. So I think you'll be in there.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. That's what's up, bro. Definitely. So like the next thing I have to say, as we talking and trying to help our fellow artists out there, has acquiring your degree helped your career?
Oh, absolutely. For me personally, yes.
That's dope. Because a lot of people say, and that's like the stigma, and that's great about it too, about actually getting a degree in something that you love. Because a lot of people, man, you're gonna get a degree and you ain't gonna. And I do feel, because there's a deep group of people, and they try to put that on the arts a lot. Like, you get an art degree, but I mean, like you said, this is science. But you get an art degree, well, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that. You gonna just be out here broken, all this stuff. It's like, no, like.
Yeah,
I can actually. So survive.
Here's my thing.
Talk about it, brother.
My thing is, I listen to my teachers. That's very key. I listen to my instructors. So initially, I wanted to work at a traditional studio. Like, right? I was like, I used to be a janitor years ago, over like 10 years ago. So I was like, man, I'll work at some traditional studio. I don't mind, even 30, 40 years old, going and being some runner, some assistant. I was like, I don't mind doing that, but that's not what God had for me. I remember a teacher randomly was just like, the industry is saturated with engineers, like oversaturated. Okay. He's like, you're going to have to find something else to do. So I'm like, well, I do like sound design. So I was like, I wanted to get into sound design, and I wanted to work for a company called Rooster Teeth that's in Austin.
I know about Rooster Teeth.
And
they released some of the best YouTube videos back in the day. I
bro.
But I just ain't seen a lot of them. But I used
a
to
little bit. But it's some stuff going on with the company, and I was just like, because I tried to apply 3 different times. I was like, y'all are looking for people. Why are you not trying to? And something was transpired with the company, so I was like, okay, I understand why I couldn't get hired there. So my teacher was like, if you want to get your foot in the door, work at a church. I don't want to. I'm a believer, but I'm like, I don't want to work at a church. Like, it was just like, for me, working at a church, it sounded weird. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm used to, if you grew up in church, right? We grew up in church.
Yeah.
You're used to volunteering or being voluntold to do something, right? No, but he was like, no, work for a church. And so I was like, all right. And so my ex-wife, because I was really stressed, I'm like, I'm married at the time. I got a baby, right? She'll be 4 this year. And so I'm like, God, I need a job. You know what I'm saying? And so my ex-wife, she came across something I'll say publicly. I work for this company, this church called Cornerstone. So the business side of it is called Global Evangelism. You can find it on my LinkedIn and just Google it. So I work for this this church, right? So I do audio production there, broadcast, and I do sound design. So basically everything I went to school for, I do there.
Nice.
The only thing I don't do is work in the studio. Like I don't get to track other people,
Right.
which is fine with me because I get to track other people on my own time outside
Right.
of work, so it doesn't bother me, right? So, but yeah, so a month and some change after I graduated from Full Sail, I got hired there. I got a call. I talked uh, to the director for audio production, and I just had this feeling I'm gonna get hired. I knew, and I was
You
mad
felt it,
too.
man. It was meant
I
for
was
you, bro.
mad. Yeah, I felt it,
It was
bro. I
meant
was
for you,
mad.
bro.
I was like, why you want me working here, God? And he told me why, and I was like, man, all right. But I've been there. It wasn't a bad reason, but I was
Yeah.
like, all right. And so I've been there. In October, it'll be going on 3 years that I've been
Nice.
there. And so the cool thing is that I'm not gonna say his name because he don't want people to know who he is.
Yeah.
But my
director
is a 3-time Grammy Award winner.
Say
Yeah,
that.
bro.
Say that.
He played. He's touched shoulders with so many before he started getting back into church with so many R&B hip hop acts. He played a part in mixing and tracking the soundtrack for Boomerang.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. Y'all might
Nice.
want to go and look at if y'all got an album or a CD. Y'all find him in the credits. Y'all might. I'm not gonna say his name publicly. He there.
Do your research.
Don't go online. They probably don't go online. I actually try to find a CD somewhere or vinyl somewhere or cassette tapes.
When they used to have it, they all that was written on it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all look.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's your mama.
You gotta read the credits. You gotta read the credits. I'll say this publicly. Hope you don't feel no type of way about it. He did some stuff with Hezekiah Walker. He used to mix with Hezekiah Walker at Hezekiah Walker's church.
At the church. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So now, not mind you, I didn't know Hezekiah. I thought Hezekiah was from like the Midwest. Dude's from New York and from Brooklyn. I didn't know that.
I didn't know where he was from either, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know where
bro,
he was
I
from.
thought he was from. He had this Midwestern swag. He's like, nah, he from New York. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. But yeah, man, he's done a lot. He still ain't done. He still ain't done, man. And yeah, man, the people he's met, the people whose shoulders he's touched, the people he's come into contact with, it's like, oh, this was really like set up.
Yeah.
It's a setup in a good way.
Because you're supposed to be there because now that y'all can rub shoulders, you know what I'm saying, you getting ready for your Grammy, right? So, and we got a little bit of time left. Oh, so I got a couple of questions, but we gonna we gonna rush too much, but we gonna make sure we get it in there. Because we could talk hours and hours.
Yeah, I know.
Let's talk. One thing I'm gonna ask this question first, and I'm gonna ask the other question that I want to ask. Like, let's talk since we're talking about Grammys. I'm going to skip this question up. Like, let's talk about Grammy U. What is Grammy U, bro? What is Grammy U, bro? And how did you become a part of it, bro? Like, let these people know what's going on out here.
I'm gonna be transparent, y'all. It's not what y'all think. It's not what you think.
I think it's amazing.
So basically, it's just dealing with. It's a networking thing. That's all it is. It's just networking many different people. So I got in because my homegirl Angel Vernice was part of it, and she was just like, "Hey, Jarard, you need to check this out. See what you can do. See who you can meet and stuff like that." So I'm laughing because I met some people that worked for 1501. That was the original label for Meg Thee Stallion.
Gotcha.
And they was telling me some stuff. I'm not gonna go into detail.
Yeah,
we telling me some stuff.
Miss that one.
Yeah, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. But had I not been part of Grammy, I'm cracking up because it's so funny. Because it was like, oh, nah, it's like this. I was like, oh, okay, okay, bet, cool. But I met some people, and it was really cool. And you know what I'm saying? More or less, I was one of the ones that went there that was like in audio production and doing music. Some people did music, but some people were on like the business side, like admin stuff, being like, they want to be like an A&R or they're doing stuff with marketing, like those type of people. But I met some people. I met one of the guys that was I forgot his name. I know his face. He was on this song with PJ Morton. Okay. It was a gospel song and he was on it. And I was like, Kendrick Spirit. Like, I was like, you seem familiar to me. He was like, you seem familiar to me too. And we chopped it up. He's like, yeah, man, I was on PJ Morton's song. I was like, hey, bro, y'all killed that, dog. He's like, oh, man, thanks. But you know what I'm saying? We just chopped it up and then that was it. But it was like, in passing, kindred spirit. You know what I mean? It was one of those type of things. But basically, so Grammy U is just basically networking.
Gotcha.
You get in while you're still in school. For me, it was easier because I'm part of Full Sail. Some people went to Berkeley. Some people go to some other like college or whatever, and they get a degree in something that's music or entertainment related. And then they'll be like, hey, do you want to be a part of Grammy U? And some of these people are actually artists as well. Some people are. So it's just a networking thing. You get to go to like different networking, social type of joints, you know what I mean? And meet different people. Sometimes you might get a chance to meet somebody well-known that's already in the industry, maybe a Grammy Award winner, maybe just a well-known artist, engineer, whoever. You could be a mentor, a mentee. With me, it was different because I'll be transparent. I had a mentor, but he was like not helping me.
Yeah, he wasn't the best
I did
mentor.
better.
Sometimes you gotta shuffle them.
I'll keep it a buck. I do better being a mentor to somebody else.
Gotcha.
Like, and I'm
be like that.
You know what I'm
be like that
on,
sometimes. And I mean, you are, and you're here. You know, people will be able to, you know, saying reach out. You might get some mentees off of this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we doing.
I'm with it.
You know what I mean?
I'm with it,
for
man.
Sure.
I'm with it.
For sure. Well, okay, that's what's up, man. Tell us about the Built Different chain real quickly, bro. You know, because you built it real quick. I gotta ask the main question.
I don't know if y'all can see the speakers, but I got some folk house speakers. They're worth like
so you got them. I know that was a while ago, but it's good to see that you got
them. So I put it like this, y'all. First off, before I tell the story, research who Leslie Tremaine is, and research who Leslie Brathwaite, and Tremaine Williams. I put both of their names together because it's Leslie. They're really good friends. Google them, research them first. All right, they both went to Full Sail. Leslie graduated in '92. Tremaine graduated in 2004. I put it like this: between the both of them, they've worked with Madonna, Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, TLC, Usher, Outkast.
My ATL.
Oh my God.
ATL stand up.
Listen, it's so many people. T.I., Ludacris, like they touch so. Cardi B, Lil Uzi Vert, Pharrell Williams. They touched all these people's music. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, like Janet Jackson, like. They're big deals. List can go
on, y'all.
So the reason why I say that is because I got the chain. So basically, they had this thing called the feedback loop. Follow them on IG, the feedback loop, right? And so they had this thing during the pandemic, during the height of the pandemic. So when I graduated, I was like, oh man, I want them to hear my song. The song was Waifu. And so I was just like, I kept going online and submitting it and just kept getting skipped over. I've been wanting them to listen to it for 2 years. Once you know what I'm saying? I never got a chance, so I gave up. And so, and that was really pretty much my story with like a lot of different people I was sending to, like well-known people. Eric Dawkins, I wanted him to hear something. Skipped over. I was like, dang. So I go to Full Sail Hall of Fame week. And so they have it outside. And I'm talking to this girl, and I was just like, yo, what's going on? Feedback loop. I was like, is it too late to submit music? She's like, nah. So I was like, let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I submit the song. They ask me what's going on. I tell them the song. You can listen to the audio, because that part I just wanted to be in the moment. So I never did a video recording of it. I recorded the audio because I didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm just sitting there, and I had my head down, and I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen. Because I was just, you know, as an artist, sometimes you're self-conscious. So I'm one of them guys. So I had my head down, I'm listening to it. And they like, what the heck is going on here? This is dope. This is amazing. And everybody, oh yeah. And I was like, they really like this song?
Right. Of
course, my man, so Tremaine Williams, he says, yo, I manage I'm gonna have to tell you offline who it actually is. I'm not gonna tell you online. He said, I manage a Japanese artist. I know who the Japanese artist is because he had already said it prior to it. He said, I manage a Japanese artist. I'm gonna let her hear the song. Did she ever hear the song? I don't know. But he said he's gonna let her hear it. Who knows? Right? And so they were just like, the mix is good, the singing is good, the production is good, everything is good. You built different. Here's a chain. Cool. Fast forward a couple days later, now we're in an auditorium. They're saying, hey, stop sending us music if you ain't gonna show up. So I'm like, I wasn't planning on sending music again. I was just gonna show my face. I just released a song with a chick by the name Ashley King. She lives in Atlanta. So I released it back in February. It's called Something Pretty. Basically, the production is a derivative of, is an interpolation derivative of Alex Isley's Something Pretty. So it sounds like instrumentation. Shout out to Jack Don. Instrumentation wise, it sounds very similar, but it's still different. Lyrics, everything is different. The way my approach, I play the song, they hear it, and they say, "Ain't you the same dude that showed us Waifu like a couple days ago?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But I'm nervous. He's like, I said, "Grab the chain." Yeah. He was like, "Man, put the chain on. Stop. Wear the freaking chain." And so Leslie is like, "You know what? Again, music is good, lyrics are good, production is good, mix is good." He said, "I got one issue. Your high end is a little kind of, it's a bit harsh." And I was like, "I'm trying to figure that out." He said, "Don't worry, I got something for you. You see these 2 speakers right here? Yeah, I'm gonna give you these speakers." What? Yeah. I said, "Bro, what is life?" But what if I didn't go to Full Sail?
Right. No, man, that's dope. That's
what
really
if I
dope.
didn't?
That's dope as hell, man. Like for real, like that's beautiful, bro. Man, and that's divinity, and that's God's timing, and you know what I'm saying, and everything that was meant for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, you receive. So we treaded on it now, bro. So just these last few things, and I'm gonna close us out. Just the last 2 questions, right?
Okay.
So one, you know what I'm saying, as being an artist as long as you've been, right, and you know one of my biggest thing is artist development here at you know, at SMG, and you know, just with anything dealing with KwaShonne. You know, I always preach the word of a rollout, why a rollout is so important. So I just wanted to hear from your words, you know, how did I word this? I worded it as you released a really good bit of music, which you have. How important is it to plan when releasing your music, or basically just having a rollout, bro? So like, talk to me about it, because we understand, like we put so much time into it, head down, but like time has to also be put in the preparation and the post of releasing it. So talk to me about it, bro.
So I put it like this. First off, shout out to Angel Venice. She went to school for music business. So she be on my tail about like rollouts and getting stuff set up in some shape, form, or fashion, right? So with me, I genuinely suck at it. Like, I'm for real. Like, so that's why I got to a point where I was like, if I roll it out a certain way, I'm going to roll it out a way that makes sense to me. Like, hey, I'm just going to give you little bits and pieces of, hey, this is what I'm working on, so you can see what to expect when something comes out. Or, hey, I'm going to show you the process of it. Hey, this is going to be my last final project. Like, the project I'm working on is my final personal project. I'll still be working with people and doing stuff, but I'm done. Like, I'll still put out singles here and there after that, but I'm done. I'm tired, right? Yeah. So I'll still do projects. I'll still do features, and somebody else want to do an album or something, I'll hop on stuff like that. Like, I'm working on a sync project with my homeboy and Angel Venice, Chris Watt and Angel Venice. We're working on a sync project. We're pretty much done with that. I was in the middle of mixing something like before we had the call. Sure. So, but like, I'm done. And so it's just, for me, I want to do it different, but I'm from the perspective of, how does it look for you, and how can you make it make sense for yourself? Right. Versus just, hey guys, I put out a song. Right. Go and check it out.
Hey, link in bio. Y'all know I hate
link in bio.
Y'all know I hate that.
Yeah.
Do not link me in bio, bro. And you know what, Wazzy? It's time for a rant. Because you know what? I don't mind you jumping in my DMs, bro, if you trying to promote your stuff like that, because that could also be a part of the rollout, right? I'm not mad at that. I'm cool with that, bro. But when you just dive into my DM, oh, man, I just released this. Check it out, bro. And I go out and I go and look. I'm going to look to see the other work that you're doing, bro. I'm looking at you and ain't no real work being put into like actually promoting this, time, thoughts for this rollout other than link in bio, jumping in my DMs. Hey, big bro, go listen to this for me, big bro. No!
You're right.
Get no, I'm not listening to it. Big bro is upset.
I'm not. Right. I'm not listening to that. No.
Like, bro, like make me the build up, bro. And the reason is not because I don't believe in you. It's because I do believe, especially if you're close to me, I do believe you and I like your music. Yeah. And I'm tired of you not giving it the life and the breath that it needs to reach other people. That's all I be saying. That's all we saying right now. Yeah. Like, let's do some leg work, y'all. Come on. Yeah. You skipping leg day. Do some legs.
Yeah.
Big upper body, lower body small. All right, bro. I'm done with the rant. Jesus Christ. Anyway, bro, I'm sorry.
You got no.
You know, we love y'all.
For each. So here's the thing: is because some people try to say it's a one size fits all type of genre. Like no, it's not. It's not. It depends on because some people are still trying to find their audience.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Your friends and your family are not your audience, bro.
Thank you.
They're not
Thank
your
you.
audience. They're not gonna. Some people just if as an artist, you my homeboy. I'm just gonna share it because you my dude.
Boom.
Like because my mindset is I rock with it. Somebody else might rock with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna share it anyway.
Correct.
Even if I don't rock with it, you know what I'm gonna do? You won't know. I'm gonna share it in it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else gonna see it. Your friends and your family are not your audience.
They're not.
You got to figure out who your audience is, and then the other thing is doing research and then figuring out your marketing based on your budget.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure that out.
And we're gonna talk budget.
Listen,
in a later episode.
And I'm gonna leave it with this. I got a cousin. I got a blood cousin in the industry. I'm not gonna say his name publicly. He's in the industry. He lives in Atlanta too. He been in the game since the 80s.
So okay, so when you get here, we just gonna go and pop up on and just have a good
yeah,
time.
Yeah. Because I gotta link up with him anyways.
For sure.
Right? Because I didn't know he was a cousin until I found him back in like 2014. Gotcha. Like the Arnolds are we're like big. It's some people I don't even know yet. So, but what he told me was, man, I'm gonna tell you something. He discovered some people. I'm gonna leave it like that. And these people are well known. He discovered people, managed people, play a part in like our Black American culture. That's how pivotal he really is. So he said in reference to like being like an independent artist, it actually costs more money to market your stuff versus being part of a machine.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's way more money.
Yes.
I said, what do I do?
Yes.
It's ridiculous. So you just got to make it make sense and make it work for you, but have something
right
to like some sort of something, not just the link in bio, check the song out, show us something like what are you doing? Give us build up anticipation.
Right. Anticipation and build an experience around the project, man. Give it life.
Life. That's it, man.
Yeah. So and you already know how it is, bro. We can do this for hours on hours on hours and talk, man. We
sure can.
You know, this is a little longer than what it's supposed to be, just slightly, man. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But it's one thing. No, it ain't you. It be like that. I know you had talked about what we can expect from you in 2025. I don't know if this is gonna be 2025 though. You say your last personal project.
Yeah.
So would that be here in 2025?
Yeah.
Okay.
July.
Okay, so it's September now. So y'all, it's out right now. Please make sure y'all go check that out. Do we have the name on
it? Edit that. Yeah, it's called Love Languages. So it's called Love Languages.
Love Languages is out right now. It's a beautiful project. It's well put together, well thought out. So please make sure that you go check that out and cop that, brother. Please let these wonderful folks know, all your fans, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be telling you, and the new fans that's here, where they can find you.
You can find me everywhere at Jarard Kenneth, Jarard Kenneth. Go to my website. If you go to my website, it has a link to all my social medias, right? One of my social medias got hacked or something weird. So I go by different social media. Bro, I was so pissed. I said, bro, what did I do? But you can go to my website. Basically. Go to JarardKenneth.biz. Look at my website. It has all my links and stuff there. You can find me there. That's pretty much it.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Thank you so much, brother, for joining me, man. I really
appreciate you, man.
You know, we're gonna sidebar or whatnot in just a few minutes or whatnot.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, man, thank y'all so much for watching this episode of The Missing Piece. If you find any of this information beneficial or useful, man, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know an independent artist or just an artist out there in general that needs to hear this information, that's thinking about, man, I think I want to get my degree in music, share it to them, please, man. Make sure that they get this information, right? Also, if you're an artist out there of any ilk, independent, label or whatnot, man, and you got a project coming up and you need help formulating your rollout, comment rollout below or just send me an email and let's go ahead and book your rollout roadmap session, man. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're going to do, right? And, of course, I have my big brother, you know, Jarard's information down there in the bottom to, you know, just in case y'all want to ask him some questions or whatnot. It might come with a consultation fee, so just get right. This costs y'all. You feel me? So make sure you have that. And lastly, make sure y'all visit smg.ventures for all, and I do mean all, of your artist needs, right? Because, you know, this is a company, if you need a team, because this is a company, you know, that cares about your development, and they want to see you disrupt, all right? So appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Until the next episode, we'll see you. Peace.